What's up, my writing weirdos? Hey, you know me. This is BC, and of course, this is BC Brown Books, where we like to get word about words in the ways that only writers can. We write them, we talk about writing them. We're going to do more of that today.
Mm.
And with me to do that, I have Sako Tumi. Sako, want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Howdy, neighbors. It's Sako Tumi, also known as Cass Boy. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. If you are interested in a playlist full of videos that pertain to marketing for authors, you can find that playlist on my channel. And it's not just me, it's also BCC over here and and a bunch of other author tubers who have some great advice regarding marketing for authors. In fact, October 17th, I will be I'll be participating in the Worldwide Write-a-thon, and I will be discussing marketing for authors in my chat. So, and BC, you are more than welcome to join me if you have the time.
Sweet, I will definitely. Let me put a little note in my bullet journal real quick.
Cool.
It's going to be on your channel, right?
It's going to be on my channel.
Okay, Sako WW.
And it'll be streaming on their site, as well as there will be a playlist.
Cool. Make myself a note because otherwise I'm terrible.
It's at 11 p.m. my time, by the way.
Oh, good. It's early for me. So it's at 8 p.m. my time. Cool.
It's the 22nd of October. That is correct.
Oh, the 22nd. Well, dang it. I just wrote it on the 17th. That's okay. I'll move it here in a minute. Okay. Cool. So, yes, as you all know, we are going to be working on our collaborative book project today, Project Flambeau. We are so close to being finished with it, at least finished with this draft and our majority of our word count. We are currently sitting at 51,637 words. And which is really cool because a week ago, Sako, we had just broken
30.
40.
40.
Yeah, because we've added somehow.
We started at 30, and
Yeah.
then we rose it to
Yeah.
40 last week, and now we're over 50, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
So it's pretty cool. We do have a 10K weekend planned this weekend. Tomorrow, Saturday, we have a, okay. Anyway, blah. Tomorrow.
So tomorrow at 1 p.m. on my channel, Eastern, I will be trying for 5K, which means I will go live, and I will basically be live until I hit 5K.
Yes, and I will be there with Sako. I'm pretty sure through the majority of it. I might have to dip out just a tad early, but it will be basically until we either combined hit a 5K, or if we can get past that mark, awesome. But
Great.
Basically that's going to be it. And then on Sunday, same time, 1 p.m., we will be here on my channel, and it's the same thing. I'll be going until I hit 5K, because we need the word count. Because we have a whole chapter missing, and we have quite a few little chunks here and there.
So the goal is 60K?
Yeah, I think so. I think will be a good place for us, because I know we're going to edit out at least 2 or 3K, because we're going to find little things to take out here and there where, like, pacing has slowed down or etc. Especially once we go weaving back in the background thing, the debt that Daisaku owes and where that needs to go. I think once we start weaving it all in there, we're going to end up taking probably anywhere from 2 to maybe at max 5K out, just in my experience of editing, like doing the final choppy chop. But if not, then we'll be wrapping up somewhere around a 60K novel, which is not bad for an urban fantasy. Mm-hmm. Most of them are, kind of fall within between the 50 and 70K range, I feel like. Mm-hmm. If they're a little more cozy, they tend to be towards the 50 mark. If they're not, then they tend to be a little more towards the 70K mark. But you said you had some questions this morning. Before we get to that, I want to say hey to the
Yay!
folks that joined us. We have a lurky turkey sage. Or is that a sagey lurky turkey? Might be a sagey lurky turkey. Um, Good to see you. Heather is here. Always good to see you, Heather. Heather, it was like one of the first people to stream with me when I started streaming. And like
Oh,
I
yay.
started out coming to her stream pretty regularly. And she streamed with me initially, which was really cool because it helped me really break my nerves when I first started streaming. Yes, the 22nd.
22nd.
Hi, Christina Holden. Christina Holden?
Hi, Christina Holden.
I don't know if I have seen you before. If I have, I'm sorry. I have the memory of a goldfish. So, but
Welcome to the channel.
Welcome to my channel. If you've not been here before, if you have been here before, then awesome. I'm so sorry. Maybe your handle has changed, but maybe not. It could. I just again, goldfish memory. Christopher,
Christina
good to see you. You having a better day? I hope so, love. Mwah, 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 mwah. Hey, ADHD Writer. Hello. ADHD Writer and I are also going to do some writing productivity streams. A writing productivity stream later this month centered around having ADHD and being a writer.
Cool.
So if you even think you might have it, it's probably a good idea to tune in. Because we're going to be talking like the finer points of growing up with it, not knowing about it, especially from my point of view, not being diagnosed till you were an adult, and then your life suddenly clicking into place and making sense. Yep, about right around the 60K mark. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess, you might have just been starting too, but it was nice of you to be like, hey, I'm nervous too, but I'm going to jump in with you, because not everybody does that. Okay, so what were the questions that you had, Sako? You said you had some questions. I'm guessing about some stuff
do
I
we want to
added.
do, since we have 25-minute sprints today, do we want to do a sprint and then I pose my questions?
Oh, yeah, we could do that. We could definitely do that.
Because I feel like my questions are going to take up time.
Okay,
brainstorming and stuff.
We could do that. We'll do that during the chat. We'll do our first 25-minute sprint. Yeah, like Sako said, we're gonna do 25 minutes today because I want to. I want to really push for word count today, and of course tomorrow and Sunday. So we'll do the 25, and then hopefully we'll be able to get. I think we'll be able to get 3 in. I think if we can keep our chatty. If you and I can keep our chatty chat down a little bit, I want the chat to talk. Let me point that out.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I get off on tangents sometimes, and I know I do, and I'm a wordy bitch. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and bring 25 up on the clock. All right, first you guys are going to see Inception mode. Actually, no, I'm just going to do the window. Give me a second. I'm having brain moments today. Here we go. And that's because I usually do this. What in the world is going on? Okay, whatever. All right, there we go. All right, so we are going to do, I need to make this into, I decided to have something fun today. So we're going to do the Among Us dance battle 25-minute timer. It has music and an alarm, but I'm not going to play it with it because it's kind of actually annoying. So definitely just not going to play it. All right, so, okay, let's get started for 25 minutes. And go. Guess it's not go yet. There it is. All right, y'all. Uh, how'd you guys do?
I discovered something awesome.
Yeah?
We haven't written the end of the book.
Oh my god, we haven't?
It's all bullet points.
Oh, so we got 2 chapters to work on. Let me just take a
Three,
second.
really. 3, really.
Oh,
So,
that's right.
I stopped at the death. I stopped at the climax,
Okay.
and it's bullet points after that. So
Okay.
we have plenty of space to flesh out.
Good, 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 good. Okay. So we. All right. I'm gonna see what uh, after today's stream. I'm gonna see what I can get picked away at during the day too. I might go ahead and jump to the end because I've been filling in, but
I
I might
will
go.
put what's in the second draft into, like, I know we were going to completely rewrite it, but I'm going to put what's in the second draft into the third draft regarding the third act, and we can butcher it to hell from
Okay.
there.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I'll see what I can get plucked away at today,
Mhm, mhm,
and hopefully, if I'm lucky, although I doubt it because Monday is a holiday and people know it and they know my work will be closed, so they'll be
mhm,
calling for everything.
mhm.
Hopefully, my day is boring because yesterday my work day was really boring, so I was able to get writing done and other stuff. Oh god, that's still too hot. Oh, my matcha's still way too hot. I have no idea how many words I wrote. Well, I guess I could extrapolate from. I could do the maths.
The man.
A little over 120 words, about 120 words added. So we're at 51,755 now.
Yay!
So let me make a little note. Ah, bright light. Oh, okay. So that kind of tells me where we're at, and then definitely, yeah. If this next 25-minute sprint, if you can transfer those, and then I can maybe go look at it and start chopping that up today and moving stuff around. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we had few people chatting. Yes, very super common for women to be diagnosed much later in life. The main component being because most women, not all, but most women don't come with the hyperactive part of ADHD. So it is assumed that we are just daydreamers and inattentive and just can't listen and can't focus and are lazy and can't pay attention. So yeah, ADHD wasn't diagnosed till a couple years ago. Parents thought it was normal because they also had it and it was their normal. And they probably were not diagnosed either.
Right.
Because most of the older generations are not diagnosed. Boomers and everybody,
The
they just,
greater generation.
yeah, the
Yeah.
greater generation, boomers, Gen Xers, and then millennials, and now Gen Z. Millennials and Gen Z are really the first generations to recognize ADHD as a legitimate neurodivergency. It used to be called mental illness, but it's not really a mental illness. It's just a different wiring of brain. Christina's like, oh, good. I love a long sprint. Yeah, brain moments. Yeah, definitely a story of my life. I just look at people and go, especially my partner, when they're like, and I'm like, brain, and they get it because they also have it. Or where I thought my partner always knew that they had ADHD.
Oh.
I thought they just always knew, and the fact that sometimes we didn't have health insurance, they're very adverse to doctors anyway. That they, especially when it comes to like psych doctors and things like that have to diagnose ADHD.
Right.
I thought they just refused to go and get medicated for it. And ever since watching some ADHD TikToks, then they're like, oh, I have ADHD. And I'm like, I've known this since I've been with you for like 11 years now. And you didn't know? And they're like, no, I didn't know.
You know what? Like,
I'm
I
like, you
have.
see it in me. How did you not know? But our ADHDs are a little different.
Mhm.
So every ADHD is a little different, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
First cup of coffee for the day, some eggs, get some brain food in. That was what my caffeine of choice was, as extra brain food. You were so nice, Heather. I would have vacuumed, even if the dog was asleep. Even if the cats were asleep. I would have been like, sorry, y'all, vacuuming. And they would have ran for the hills. Yeah, diagnosed at 31. I was in my 30s before I was diagnosed.
Hi,
Hi,
Debbie.
Debbie. And Bunny Being Bunny is
Yay,
here.
Bonnie.
Good to see you. Debbie inked a panel today, which is cool. Doing school things this morning, so as well as that can go, that's how it went. I feel that sometimes. Hey, Laura, good to see you.
Hi, Laura.
So, yeah, I can't believe. I know we were so. Because we had done some writing on the end in number two, or
Hmm.
in draft two.
But Rose
But
City came back to us and was like, "This needs to be rewritten."
yeah, and I just forgot because we were focusing on the other parts of the developmental edit. So that just goes to show y'all. Doesn't matter how hard you're working on a project, sometimes you can miss shit if you don't go back and look at stuff again. So let's
Yeah, I
run.
just did like a comb through of the whole thing and found a whole bunch of bullet points.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, that is good to
so
know.
we'll have lots of ammunition.
To work with. That's good because I was kind of wondering how we were going to do it this weekend. Sorry, guys. I gotta. This is driving me nuts. First of all, I'm like sweaty and dying of heat for some reason, which normally is not the case in here. Ooh, so y'all get to see all my horrible undergrowth right from where I shaved my head last
Wow.
fall. That's my grown out shaved part of my head from last year, so it's gonna be puffy and weird, and because I slept on it funny. Um, but yeah, I was wondering how this weekend we were going to split up the same chapter and work on it at the same time. So this is actually good because we can bounce back and forth as needed. Like if you get to a place in Iris's chapter, because since you started there, and are like, I just don't think I can write Iris anymore. Then we could switch if we need to. Not saying that we need to, but we could. Love. Laura was diagnosed 29 with ADHD. Yep.
Oh wow.
Oh, you were woke up. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, like totally vacuum. I don't care about the dog. I feel like dog sleeps all the time. You know, cats sleep all the time. They could be woken up. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another 25 on the clock, on the screen,
Yes.
and then that way we can knock out a little bit more. And yeah, go ahead and paste that. I'm gonna take a look at Iris's chapter real quick. No, I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna go ahead and keep filling in where I'm at, which is the seance scene with Rufus. Just filling in and checking it over while you transfer stuff from second draft to third draft.
Okay.
And then on the third sprint, I might be able to tackle that a little bit and at least read it through it again. Okay. Let's get started, y'all. I would say in 3, 2, 1 kind of a thing, but this has got a little countdown, so we'll just let it do its countdown.
Woo. Pomodoro. Let's do it.
Actually, I'm thinking maybe I want you guys to hear the music. Tell me if you
Uh-oh.
can hear the music. Oh, nope.
I guess you would have to
I'd have to re-switch over and do a bunch of stuff, and I don't know that I want to do that right now. Sorry.
Okay. 2, 1. Pacha.
All right, weirdos, how did you all do? I did actually, I didn't put a lot in on that one, but I did get, uh,
Boy, I did.
I'm sure you did. Yeah. Like
I'm
transferring
fleshing
stuff
out.
over and
I'm fleshing out the relationship between Iris and Justicia.
yay. Okay, cool. I like it. Let me see how many words I did do because I actually kept track of words this time. I just realized like my phone is in the other room. So I did way more words than I thought. I did 483 words that sprint.
Yeah, you bumped me down a couple of pages.
I didn't think, I mean, there were a couple of like paragraphs that just needed reformatting, but other than that, I mean, okay, cool. That's nice. I
Cool,
like
cool.
that. Um, yeah, so, let me see here.
I was in the zone.
Yeah, I was too. Other than a few places where I'd like read, like I read your message during it, and I was like, I
Yeah,
was
I
like
was like,
that. I was like that addresses like chunks of the story, and I was like, oh okay. I was like, yeah.
so does that mean I mean, that means we have to add to the flashback. That
Hmm.
means we have to add a scene where he associates with the character in question.
Yeah, with the lower level.
We have to like express why he knows the lower level.
And why the lower level is even willing to help.
Talk.
Yeah, like what's
Because
going.
parole or something?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know. Like part of his maybe part of his deal of being out and free to do stuff is they look kind of the other way as long as he feeds them information, kind of a thing. Like just like a standard cop CI would be. I don't know. Yeah, y'all, we found a huge bullet point that both of us have overlooked and overlooked and overlooked and overlooked. That's
we
been.
we accomplished half of the comment from the editor and then totally forgot the other half of the comment.
So there's gonna be some adding to do. It's gonna require some careful consideration of pacing,
I
too.
think we'll have plenty of time to talk about it tomorrow and
Oh yeah,
Sunday, I think.
yeah. I think we'll be able to talk through it pretty well on where we want it to go and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
I don't think that's gonna be too bad, which is good. Um. Oh, Molly's a senior dog, and you didn't want to give her a heart attack. Okay, well that's nice of you. It's
That's
just like
nice of
it's
you.
where you wake her and you're like, hey, honey, expect the loud. Okay, vacuum.
Expect the loud.
Yeah, and Heather's also getting ready to for an art class that she bought herself as a birthday gift. It's at noon today. Yeah, I definitely should take an art class soon. I think
I
I've
think I think you would get a lot out of it.
well, I just yeah, I do. I think I would get a lot out of it now that I kind of know how I approach drawing and that it's not exactly how it's taught. That it's a little, of course, weird. Um, I think that was my big hiccup with not being able to learn it growing up is because they kept trying to teach me a specific way. And while it might be a very valid way of drawing, I know it is because I see 8 billion other artists use it. I can't do it. Like,
Hmm.
I can't do it from that. I have to, rather than like do shapes, like most people do, like I watch you and you'll do your movement lines and your shape and then you start to like fill in. I have to focus in on one detail. Like
I used to draw like that too.
yeah, I have to focus on one detail and then expand.
Expand out of that way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, and then I can draw. And I'm sure eventually I can learn to draw the other way. It's just this way, while I start teaching my hands some muscle memory and stuff like that, I can't quite do it yet. But I think I'd get a lot out of it because now I know how I approach art. And I've kind of taught myself to a standstill a little bit in the self teaching portion. I've just
Hmm.
got to learn how to use color and shading better now. I'm pretty good with highlight and stuff, but like I'm still iffy on shading.
I can recommend a couple of YouTubers who
Okay.
might be able to help you with that.
Okay. That'd be great. And Laura is popping out for a lunch nap. I don't blame her. Lunch naps are the best.
They are the best.
They're the best. Debbie got another panel inked. I don't know how you do that so quickly. I would be like, you and Sako are just like with color, and I'm like, God, it takes me all day to just sketch something out. But also, it's years of practice and skill and know how, and I get it. I get it. Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't do a lot here. I mean, I did do a lot. That's almost 500 words. But it was just hit or miss adding sentences here, a small paragraph there, stuff like that. And now this sprint, I can go ahead and take a look at those other bullet points that were added into the end, and I might just jump there and start laying in some groundwork.
Okay.
So that sounds good. Cool. And you're going to continue to work on Iris for right now?
I'm gonna try and continue Iris, and then probably plug in the fight with Belial
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
with our secondary hero.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. That's a good idea. My hair's falling out. So I have like a ton of hair, but the problem is my hair's so fine that like little grippy clips and stuff just don't hold it up for long. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do this again. I feel like I'm like rushing right into sprints, but
Honestly, we're like on the clock, so
yeah, we are.
I get it.
So, everybody in the chat, sorry if it feels like we are really rushing sprints, but we are up against like deadline, not even up against deadline. We're past deadline. We've blown deadline. And now we're on the clock as far as like every waking moment has to be on this document for the most part. Like obviously we still have to do our regular jobs and lives and stuff, but yeah, we don't get to fiddle with too much right now.
Yeah.
But okay, let's go ahead and bring the screen back up.
Ooh, brushes.
Ooh, huh? Okay, yeah. I don't know what those are yet, but I'll learn. Okay, we are gonna go ahead and do another sprint and get started on the timer. Okay. So that was the end of our third one. Our third one. Yeah, I think our third one. I can't hear you, Sako. You muted. There you
Meow.
go. Meow, meow. Yeah. So the end of our third sprint. Heather popped out for a little bit, and Eva popped in. Good to see you, Eva. Also good to see you, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Spence is here as well. So
Woo.
always very good to see you. I like Eva. I've been compiling mini versions into one version for my works in progress. My fantasy story has had so many versions. Holy heckin'.
Mm-hmm.
LOL. I feel that.
And make like a master copy.
Yeah. My third book in the paranormal mystery series that's out has had so many drafts and it's had so many revisions and gone back to like scrapped entirely and gone back to brainstorming because I'd get to a point in the outline or get to a point in the zero drafting where I realized I hadn't accounted for something or it just didn't logistically work. And the reason being was because so many times I was trying to rush and force this particular book. And sometimes you just can't force a book. Like, you can't. The ideas,
Boy, I
yeah,
understand that.
like the ideas are not there.
Mm-hmm.
And, ideas take time to ruminate in your brain and come up with. And I'm not saying that people can't write quickly and come up with ideas quickly. It's just sometimes you can't, like certain projects. And that's when you have to,
Like we keep coming up with new scenes and stuff like that in our third draft
yeah.
for this one. Like
And we had
we wouldn't have thought
multiple,
of this in the zero draft.
true. And we had multiple brains working on this right from the get go. Like you all were here working on this with us, giving us ideas and pointing out things and like stuff like that. Plus, it's been through developmental editing, and we've gone back and forth for a whole year now with, okay, that's going to lead to this and that's going to lead to this. And then yet we're still to this day coming up with, oh crap, we have to add something. And that means we're going to have to add probably quite a lot of little somethings because this doesn't make sense and it's kind of a plot hole.
Yeah.
That's what happens with those plot hole bunnies. Megan is starting over on their story. Need to do more brainstorming. Thinking of starting a story Bible. I absolutely recommend story Bibles. They are amazing. In my opinion, every story needs a mood board and a story Bible. Period. What were you
We've
going to
been
say?
really bad about our story Bible for this
We
story.
we should have put more stuff into it.
Honestly, it'll be easier when we finish this draft for us to like go through it and add important bits to the
Oh yeah.
story Bible, so
Yeah,
that writing the second book is easier.
yeah. I think so. But, if you think about it from this regard, though, with this particular project, we have kind of been each other's story Bible because story Bibles are there to reference material so you don't forget it.
Right.
Whereas Sako and I have just kind of shot each other a message and said, hey, did we spell that character's name with a Z or an S?
Yeah.
And we'd been like, oh, it's been S's this whole time. It's not we had to reference a Bible. Yes, we could have had the Bible and gone and just looked it up ourselves instead of like shooting each other a message, but it worked for this go around.
Yeah.
We haven't had too many, but we should have had. We wouldn't have forgotten some of these scenes if we had had at least a bare bones Bible. Some of these scenes we wouldn't have forgotten. Because we would have been able to itemize out per character. Like, here's our character and here's what they look like and here's their brief background in like 2 paragraphs. And here's all the scenes attached to them. We would have had those. At least that's how I handle a lot of my Bibles. So, yeah, live and learn. This is our first collaborative project, And
Indeed.
I still think it has gone off remarkably well. I was talking about that on my Twitch channel the other day about how your process and style of writing is very close to my process and style of writing.
I think we got super lucky.
I think we did too, because we didn't even consider that when we were like, let's write a book together, and then we were like, we know we kind of write in the same
Style.
style, and we know we kind of write in the same genres because you do horror and supernaturally things and I do supernaturally things and mysteries. So we knew that that could mesh with each other, but we didn't like one of us could have been super anal retentive and like not been as easygoing as we each are in our process. And that could have been like a huge downfall.
Yeah.
Also could have hurt the friendship too, and I'm glad it didn't.
I'm,
I'm really glad
they
it
say
didn't.
never work with your friends or
They
whatever
do.
the fuck, but
I don't think artists have that luxury of not ever working with your friends.
yeah.
Because we're too, not too finite of a community, but we're too ingrained in each other's communities. Like our networks are each other
Hmm.
and not so much like out of our own industries. Although, I mean, they do overlap a little. Like art overlaps with writing, which overlaps with music and dance sometimes, you know. So like all of that goes together. But I think we're all just too enmeshed. Creatives are all too enmeshed in our own community. We don't really network outside of it much. But okay, I'm jealous, Spence. I haven't been thrifting in a couple of weeks. Be, Not for any particular reason, but I just haven't been thrifting in a couple of weeks and I want to go so badly. Thrifting is like my retail therapy. Like I will spend an entire weekend crawling every thrift store I can find in like I'll pick like a 30-mile radius around me and I will crawl every thrift store except for Salvation Army because I do not shop there because they're homophobic.
Hmm. Among other things.
Among other things, but yeah. Um, Shot a little clip of the vlog. Nice. That's good.
Nice.
I need to get back on the. Actually, I've got a ton of videos that are recorded and edited. I just need to get back on recording some more. I wrote a bunch of scripts, like my little bullet point. And by scripts, I mean my little bullet points. But yeah. So I don't know if you saw Sako, but I got started on like the funeral chapter and just doing the Iris and Justicia chat scene. I just
Cool.
kind of got it like started in there.
It might help to read through what I just wrote
Yeah,
for
I'm
the
going to.
conversation. That way it's not. I think it would be easier for her to say, "Hey, don't you want to give Jerry a little something? Just
Yeah,
just a little something." And she's like, "No."
yeah. Oh no, yeah, I agree. Yeah, so I got 330 for 4 words on that scene. It's literally I wrote up to the point where Iris showed up.
Okay, great.
Like I just wrote like Justicia getting to the like prearranged meeting spot and like her the you know like and just the scenery and everything and kind of what the lowdown was going on with the scene. And then I got right up to where Iris is showing up and I was like, I'm
I
gonna
gave
have to
Iris
stop.
his powers.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why they become enthralled is to get some type of power and we really haven't shown any thralls powers
So
yet.
except for the beginning.
At the beginning we showed that that guy was like super stealthy and had like enhanced combat skills kind of a thing, but we all it all you know so yeah we haven't really shown any other thralls real powers yet. um
I
so I
just
think
had
it's
her saying what she could do. I was thinking she could use her teleportation to at the end.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's really good. So I got up to. I also had her. You know, she's got a small hand because she's been enthralled for a long time.
Hmm.
So she's got a small hand and being able to dabble with like wards and sigils and things like that. That's how she's kind of protecting this little conversation with Justicia at the park.
Cool.
So she's got some sigils that she's like sprawled out on, you know, got on the ground and everything around them. And they're all being like real clandestine and sneaky as far as like teens think they're sneaky.
As far as teens think, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't. But most of them don't know. Most thrift stores in general don't know anything about the crap they get. Like, they know nothing about it almost. And you can really find some steals at most thrift stores, especially if you're going to, like, Goodwill. Because Goodwill knows absolutely nothing. They got, like, 12 people in the back sorting the donations that come in, and all 12 of them are, like, paid $10 an hour, and that's it. And, like, they have no background in anything except for they're willing to stand on their feet for 8 hours a day and sort through junk. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, okay, yeah. So, we did remarkably well. We got those chunks readdressed.
Ooh, I want to see our total count after all
now
the
that you
things.
added a giant chunk. 54,750 words. So basically, we went up by a couple thousand words just by adding in things that we had written and are just going to have to be rewritten a little. So, and then, a couple of, like, notes, a couple of extra bullet points that had to be added in here and there, but those are usually pretty small.
You're 54.
54,000. So we're going to be well over 60,000 for after this weekend.
We're definitely going to have to situate, like, our chapter situation.
Oh yeah. We are. Because, we've got them sort of mostly where they need to go, but I think because we're going to be moving around a few things, the pacing is going to change up a bit. Especially in the flashback scene. And since the flashback scene is kind of early on in the book-ish, it's gonna bump other things around. So, but that goes to more formatting and stuff like that in the long run. This bugs me. Having my little undergrowth sticking out. Just like phook on the side of my head. I flat ironed it all the other day. Like, I put up the mohawk part, the long part, and just like a top knot, like messy top knot, and I flat ironed all the rest of it, and I had like this like little cute like bob like that just came down right under the chin, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. I could get away with that on some days. I was like, that works. That's kind of cute. But it makes me look kind of old.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, it makes me look like my actual age. I was like, I don't know if I like that. Plus, it took time to flat iron it, so I was like, maybe I won't do that. It was cute. It was a cute cut, though. I was like, this is a cute cut normally, and then I took a picture with it and was like, oh God, no! Now I look my age, and that's not gonna happen. I am grateful I don't look my age. So, okay, yeah. So that is, pretty much where we're at for the day. We are just shy of 2 hours. I think, the 3 25-minute sprints was really good.
I thought they were really productive.
Yeah, they were super productive. We got a
got
lot
like
in.
3,000 words, like, plugged in.
Yeah, which is really
both
cool.
New and old content.
Both new and old content. And again, a lot of that old content may have to be reworked, but as I always point out to everyone, there's a reason. Okay, so people talk about drafting, and I want to do this. Talk about this really quickly. People talk about drafting, and the thing is they don't keep separate drafts. They just go in and edit their one document over and over and over again. Oh. Well, then you lose. A lot of people tell me this, and I'm like, whoa, you lose content that way. You need to know. You need to have a separate document for each draft so that you know for certain what was and was not changed between drafts. There are a couple reasons for doing this. 1, you can cannibalize old material for new stuff. 2, even if you don't cannibalize it for the same project, you might be able to cannibalize old stuff for a totally different project. I've done that a lot.
Yeah.
And 3, it also goes back to, like, proving that a work is yours. If you need at any point to prove a work is yours, like if it gets, like, I know a lot of people that stream, they're afraid that it'll get stolen, or if they send it out for query, they're afraid it'll get stolen. It's just another backup to be able to say, look, here are all my working drafts. You can see what it started as, and you can see what it ended as, and you can see all the steps in between that I took. So it's just kind of a good thing. Yes, we are doing our no, it's not today.
It's
It
not today.
is
This weekend.
It's this weekend, so it'll be on Sako's channel tomorrow, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern for 5K, and it'll be on my channel on Sunday, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern for 5K. Or, hell, if we can do more, great. But specifically, we'll be trying to hit 5K. So if we just happen to hit more than that during a particular sprint, great.
Considering we just hit 3 in 2 hours' time, I'm feeling pretty good about our weekend.
Yeah, so my partner's like, so we have a couple of things to do this weekend. When do you want to like get them in? Because I know you have your streams this weekend. Because I told him months, well, not months ago, but like what, over a month ago when we said, hey, we need to do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it starts at 10 a.m. my time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and we have to write 5,000 words in each day. So
However
it's a
long
5K
it
day.
takes us.
And I did not think my partner's not a writer. And my partner's like, I don't know what that means. How long will your stream be? I was like, I don't know.
It depends on how prolific we are.
Yeah, it's like, it just depends on how productive we are, how quickly we write. Like, because sometimes you can sit there and stare at a document for an entire sprint and not realize it. And they were like, just give me some ballpark. I was like, okay, I wrote 1,000 words on stream the other day in like 2 hours by myself. I was like, and I'm going to be writing with Sako. So, and they were like, okay, so like you're streaming all day. I was like, I was basically telling you, don't plan anything for this weekend.
Don't plan anything, please.
I was like, nope. I was like, that's what I was telling you. Don't plan anything. I was like, I doubt we're going to be writing until 10 p.m. at night. It's not going to be like a 12-hour stream. Not for 5,000 words. I was like, but conceivably, probably 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, my time. I was like, that's reasonable. And they were like, okay, don't plan anything. I was like, well, if you're going to plan things, you have to plan them solo. I know they want to go to like Home Depot and stuff this weekend and get stuff for cat ledges and stuff like that in our offices. And I was like, do we have to do that project this weekend? I know I want the cat ledges, but do we have to do it this weekend? So, no, but yes, it will be tomorrow and on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, I got to remember to like put up some social reminders and stuff so people come join us. Since
I will do the same.
Yeah. I've been bad about it. I haven't done it this week. I should have. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. We got some stuff done. Well, we got really productive amount, 3,000-ish words done today on the document, bumping us up over 5,400 or 54,000. So kind of. Oh, Chandra, you're liking and lurking right as we're done.
Right as we're wrapped up. But thank you for the like and thank you for the alert.
I appreciate it. Also, yeah, I like when people get weird with my buttons. Yeah, it's okay though. Come join us tomorrow and on Sunday. Tomorrow on Sako's channel at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Sunday on my channel at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We are streaming until we hit 5K both days. So 10K weekend.
10K weekend.
Yeah, but it's okay. I like that you came to like and we're gonna hang out with us.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, Sako, you want to go ahead and do your wrap up?
Howdy, neighbors. In case you didn't catch my introduction at the beginning,
Whoops.
I am Sako Tumi, also known as Cass Voight. I write horror, which I did quite a bit of today. I am a graphic designer and I'm a witch, and sometimes I combine those three things. If you are interested in videos that pertain to marketing for authors, you can find a whole playlist of them on my channel. And it's not just me. We have like BC giving her expertise. We have a bunch of other awesome author tubers that give their expertise on marketing. So please drop by. I would love to see you.
Yes, Sako's links are down below to like all her things. Go and hit her up. Also, if you feel like that's really great content, I feel like maybe Sako deserves a little bit of a tip.
Oh,
She's got a little coffee down there and a little tip for compiling all of that information into, one playlist. I think that's a really awesome resource. So don't forget about that. Of course, you all know me, and if you don't, why are you here? And also, if you don't and you've been here before, you might need to see a doctor. Just saying. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining. We will see you this weekend where we will do more work on Project Flambeau and hopefully get this book finished with the exception of edits.
I am so excited if we can finish this book.
I
Like, if we can write the end for real,
Yeah, I'll be
like on
thrilled.
Sunday, like I would be ecstatic.
Oh yeah. If it can be the end, we highlighted it, we made it huge, we can show it on screen as a ginormous thing. I will actually put together a little video of like celebration type stuff, and like yeah,
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
we may have to get up and do like a little dance party, be like
Preemptive dance party.
Okay, so again, thank you all for coming out and joining me. I do Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm here on YouTube on Fridays at 7:30 a.m. till 9:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's 10:30 a.m. till noon 30 Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, come back and see us on YouTube next week. Come and see me on Twitch next week. But don't forget to see us this weekend here on YouTube. See y'all.